I don't know whether this is a comment or a question, but just to reiterate some of the things that we had yesterday, especially in relating to tourism and developing countries. One of the statements that was strongly made by the panel yesterday afternoon was that tourism provides an opportunity for voluntary transfer of wealth to developing countries. That is true and a very important point to that effect. This morning we had from one speaker from Seychelles, representing Africa in the panelists, and he said that he considered Seychelles, and that by extension to many Africa destinations, as a net absorber and not an emitter, But I have one concern about all these things that are being discussed. There's a feeling that the approaches so far are very fragmented. Everybody is trying to do their own little thing, and whether what they're doing is the right thing or not is not, we're not sure which is the direction that we need to go. We have had many wonderful examples of things that are being done. There are very few examples from Africa that I have had so far. I don't know how my Masai Mara is going to be affected by climate change. I know it will indirectly be affected by climate change, but what should operators in Masai Mara be doing to combat climate change? And one of the things I look forward to is that we will have an opportunity where we can have a source to draw from so that we do not have this what I now see, and this is my personal view, as a fragmented approach. And I go back to the sustainable development discourse that entered the tourism industry more than a decade ago. And much of time was spent discussing sustainable tourism, other than coming up with practices or standards that would define sustainable tourism. And again, that the problem was that destinations had fragmented and different approaches to the issues on what was or what was not sustainable tourism. And I hope that now that before we even resolved with the issues of sustainable tourism, we are now affected, we are now thinking climate change. And if we do not change the approach of the industry, and I think this is a problem with the tourism industry in general, that we must get to a point where we take our approaches in a coordinated way, and we find solutions at global level, but which can be drawn upon by specific destinations to address their issues. Thank you very much.